Hello everyone, welcome to yet another video of daily market analysis from Alpha CQ. So what you are seeing on screen is a Nifty daily chart. So let's get started with our discussion and know what markets tried doing today. So you can see that Nifty actually, we had a nice upward day today. But looking at the bigger picture, we are still inside the 3rd February zone. We have not taken out that high. So as we discussed in our previous video, going long unless we are trading below that high will not make much of a sense. So yeah, that is what happened today also. There is no much of development which is happening on the daily chart. So if we look at this bigger picture, we are still trading in this zone. So we discussed that this is the zone which is important because before making this kind of down move, there was some distribution seen around this zone. So yeah, that zone will be valid for our coming sessions. So you can also see that value is getting shifted to lower side. So you can see that for month of January, we formed a value higher, but now for the February month, we are forming value lower. Let me erase all those things. Yeah. For January month, we can see that this is the value which was created. For now, February month, the value is getting created to the downside. So this itself indicates that the trend is actually on the downside. Because if the trend was upside, then value area should have been shifted to higher side. So yeah, till we are forming a lower value area, I think the trend on this time frame at least will remain negative. So just be cautious of 18,100 and 17,500 zones. So unless we are trading in this big zone, I don't think there will be much of a directional progress, at least on this time frame charts. So that is from the daily charts of Nifty. Now let's get into the profile charts and see what markets tried doing today. So you can clearly see that today actually, since we are forming POC within this zone, what we can do is we can just merge all these 3 days and see. See, this is what we tried doing in previous session also. You can see that there is clean formation of bell curve here. So you can see that this HVN, like HVN is nothing but where there is highest volume attachment seen. So we actually opened around that zone exactly and we got rejected immediately there. So that means there is some buying happening around this zone and they're not willing to allow prices to scale lower. So that is what is happening here. So right now we can see that this HVN is playing out as a major support. On the other hand, the important development what we need to observe here is we actually came here multiple times, which is highs of this consolidation as well, like 3 days profile. If we merge, high of that consolidated profile is also same, and today also we have come to the same high. So this indicates that there is 2 possibilities which can be playing out here. So one probability might be selling coming in around this zone, looking at previous area of rejection. Since we saw a rejection from this zone, so that zone can be attracting most of the retail sellers to sell here. So that is one thing happening. But if it is a selling, then we should have seen some lower prices. But that is not happening. That is the second development what we are seeing here. So what might be just happening is all selling what is coming here is being observed by higher time frame. So you can see that D period, see, we went on making higher lows actually, but highs remained same, but higher lows were made on the TPO charts. So this indicates that the supply what is coming in from the higher side is actually getting observed. That can be one possibility. If that is the case, then I think any acceptance above 17,950 will be a good trade action point actually to go long. So this is one of the possibility. The other thing what might happen tomorrow is we can just observe that even though there is efforts put from buyers, they are not able to scale higher. So if at all buyers from this zone, like this sideways zone, feel that their efforts are not being recognized and they are not getting the kind of result what they expected, they can just stop buying here. So that can lead to some exhaustion and that can lead to some sharp downside moves as well. So that is the other probability which can be playing out here. So just be cautious. Don't rush to enter your positions. For any long positions, I think we need to wait for acceptance above 17,950 and then we can initiate our long positions. So if at all this turns out to be a buyer's exhaustion, then I think Today's VWAP will be crucial. That will be, let me check what is the level of today's VWAP. Somewhere around 17.8, let's keep it a round figure of 17,900 zones. So today's VWAP will be very crucial. If at all we start accepting below 17,900 zones, then I think that can give you a short trade opportunities. So yeah, that is what we can identify from the profile charts of Nifty. So now let's get into the daily charts of Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, you can see that again, if you keenly look at the value developing, you see this January value developing here, and again now February you can see there is some value developing around 41,500 zones. Certainly this is also developing lower, which indicates that trend on Bank Nifty is also down now. So yeah, unless we are trading below this HVN somewhere around 42,500, I don't think trend will get resumed to the upside that quickly. So wait, if you are trading on this time frame, then just wait for acceptance above 42,500 and then look for long positions, because as the trend is negative, it doesn't make any sense to go against the trend. So that is what we can observe on the daily chart. So there is no much of development which can be discussed. We are not making much development here. It is a bigger consolidation which is happening here. So yeah, that is what we discussed this zone being important for our further trade plans. So that is what we can see on the daily charts. Now let's get into the profile charts. So profile charts, unlike Nifty, in Bank Nifty you can see that there was some interest. This might be because of today's RBI event also. There was some initial interest seen by buyers actually. You can see that this was B period range extension. I think it was somewhere around 10:15 when news was out. So 10 to 10:15 time. So, but what happened after that is interesting. So we did not see any kind of follow through to upside. See, if at all buyers were really strong and they wanted to take prices higher, we should have seen higher prices for a day. But that did not happen. On the other end, what happened was we just left a tail here, like rejection zone, and we came down and we also tagged the low which was created in the morning. So that was not at all a good sign for buyers. So, but somehow sellers were also not that aggressive in taking lower prices. So that resulted in this kind of sideways move. But if you ask me, I would give a upper hand to buyer only, because you can see that there is continuous higher value area placements. You can see this one and this one. We came down with we made some exhaustion, and again you can see that today's value is getting higher placed. So that is the only thing which is giving me a confidence that buyers are having some additional upper hand when compared to sellers. So that doesn't mean that you can straight away go long looking at this development. So for coming trades, like for tomorrow's session, I think this single print zone will be very important. See, if at all we come back here and start accepting here, then I think that means that this rejection does not hold good anymore. So that means buyers are coming in back and taking prices higher. So just keep an eye on this zone around 41,900. So if at all prices come back there and start accepting, then I think we'll open up opportunity for long trades testing towards 1st February's high around 42,200 zones. That can be easily done actually, because there is no much of volume attached in this zone. That makes buyers a easy job to test this 42,200 to 42,300 zones. Just wait for development around 41,900 zones, then take your call on long trades. For short trades, I think this today's sideways zone around 41,650 to 700 zone should be important. See, if at all we start trading within this zone, unless this low is taken out, I don't think there will be good opportunity to go shorts. But if at all we see some prices sideways moving here and then taking out this low, then I think that will open up a test for this H1 as well as this low somewhere around 41,200. So just be cautious. These are the potential auction paths which can play out for tomorrow's trading sessions. So I'll repeat again, I'll just brief. For long position, I think 41,900 zone should be very important, and that should act as an action point for long trades. For short trades, I think acceptance below this today's HVN, like today's point of control, somewhere around 41,650 to 700. Acceptance below that and taking out this low should be your action point. Then you can target 41,300 to 41,200 zones. That will be our trade plan for coming trading sessions. So that's what from the daily market analysis. So hope this discussion will help you in structuring your trades. Thank you.